Good morning, dear students. You are watching your favorite YouTube channel, Primary Kepunk with Tarkeshwar Pandey. I welcome you all in this channel. Today we are going to know about some interesting processes related to water in our EVS. These all topics are related to your chapter number 13 of EVS. The name of that chapter is A River's Tale. So let's know one by one these all processes related to water. Our first process is boiling. So first of all, know about the concept of boiling. The process by which a liquid turns into a vapor when it is heated to its boiling point is called boiling. Once again, I want to repeat this definition of boiling. The process by which a liquid turns into a vapor when it is heated to its boiling point is called boiling. You can look easily this process in your kitchen. When your mother cook food, then you can look easily the boiling of water. When your mother put water for heating on the gas oven, then you can look the process of boiling. Now note one interesting thing about boiling point. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius, 212 degrees Fahrenheit, or 373 Kelvin. Once again, I want to repeat. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius, 212 degrees Fahrenheit, and 373 Kelvin. So, after knowing boiling process, now we are going to know about the second process, that's name is freezing. What is freezing? The process by which a liquid turns into a solid is called freezing. Once again, I want to repeat this definition. The process by which a liquid turns into a solid is called freezing. You can easily look the example of freezing in your kitchen. When you put some water in your refrigerator, or you can say in freeze, then after fixing a fixed temperature, you can find that water becomes ice. So it is an example of freezing. So one interesting fact is also here. So note down, this is most important for your knowledge. Freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, or 273 Kelvin. Once again, I want to repeat this very important and interesting fact about freezing. Freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, or 273 Kelvin. So remember this important fact carefully for your future. Now we will talk about the next process, and our next process is melting. So now know what is melting. The process of changing a solid into a liquid is called melting. Once again, I want to repeat this very beautiful definition of melting. The process of changing a solid into a liquid is called melting. You can also easily look the example of melting at your home, in your surrounding. First, for example, when you eat ice cream, then after taking ice cream, it becomes liquid. due to melting. So when you put ice cream in your hand, then after some time you can look that ice cream changes into a liquid. So this is called melting. Now know about the next process, that's name is evaporation. Evaporation is a very important process related to water. So know carefully evaporation. The process by which a liquid turns into a gas at a temperature below the boiling point is called evaporation. Once again, I want to repeat this definition of evaporation. The process by which a liquid turns into a gas at a temperature below the boiling point is called evaporation. You can also say the process of changing a liquid into a gas by heating is called evaporation. You can also easily look the example of evaporation in your kitchen. When your mother cooks food, then you can look some water vapor in your kitchen, and this process of changing liquid into water vapor is known as evaporation. So now we are going to know about the next process, and our next process is condensation. So know what is condensation. The process of changing a gas into a liquid by cooling is called condensation. Once again, I want to repeat this definition. The process of changing a gas into a liquid by cooling is called condensation. The example of condensation is also in our surrounding, and you can easily look this example. Suppose your mother is cooking vegetable. So when your mother covers the vegetable with the help of a plate, then after opening the plate, you can look some teeny droplets on the surface of the plate. So these all droplets are example of condensation, because you can easily look there the process of changing a gas into a liquid. So when a gas turns into a liquid, it is called condensation. So now know about the next process, and our next process is sedimentation. So know about sedimentation carefully. The process in which heavier particles of an insoluble solid in a liquid settle down is called sedimentation. Once again, I want to repeat this definition. The process in which heavier particles of an insoluble solid in a liquid settle down is called sedimentation. Sedimentation is also a common process which you can use to separate the mixture of water and soil, or the mixture of water and stone, or the mixture of water and pebbles. For this process, you have to put some pebbles or soil in water, and when you put the mixture of water and soil for 2 or 3 hours, then you can look 2 layers in the container. So at the bottom of the container you can look soil particles, and at the top of the container you can look water. So this process for settling down the soil at the bottom of the container is called sedimentation. By using this process, you can separate the water from soil. Now know the next process, and our next process is decantation. So what is decantation? Now know this process. The process of pouring out the liquid without disturbing the sediment is called decantation. Once again, I want to repeat this definition of decantation. The process of pouring out the liquid without disturbing the sediment is called decantation. Decantation process is fully related to sedimentation process. In sedimentation process, as you have looked, there are two parts in the container. The bottom part of soil is known as sediments and the above part is known as clean water. So when you want to separate clean water from the sediments, then you have to pour the clean water from the container to the other container. So this process, when you are pouring out the liquid from the sediment, this process is known as decantation. So sedimentation and decantation is fully closed with each other. Now know the next process. Our next process is straining. So what is straining? The process of pouring water through a piece of cloth or a strainer that removes solids is called straining. Now once again, the process of pouring water through a piece of cloth or a strainer that removes solids is called straining. Straining is also a very common example which you can look in your kitchen. When your mother cooks tea, then she separates tea leaves from the tea, and you can look, she also uses strainer. So the process of separating tea leaves from the tea is also known as straining. Now know the next process. Our next process is filtration. So what is filtration? Now know about this. The process of separating suspended solid matter from a liquid to pass through the pores of some substance is called filtration. Once again, I want to repeat. The process of separating suspended solid matter from a liquid to pass through the pores of some substance is called filtration. So filtration is also a common process, and this process is used to separate suspended solid matter from a liquid. Now know the next process. Our process number next is chlorination. So what is chlorination? The process of adding chlorine to drinking water to disinfect it and kill germs is called chlorination. Now once again, the process of adding chlorine to drinking water to disinfect it and kill germs is called chlorination. Chlorination is also a common process, and this process is used to purify the drinking water. You can easily look, some powder is mixed in RO for purifying the water for drinking. Now know the last process, and our last process is loading. So what is loading? Now know this process. The process of increasing the rate of sedimentation of particles by adding alum is called loading. Once again, I want to repeat this definition. The process of increasing the rate of sedimentation of particles by adding alum is called loading. You can also use loading process for increasing the rate of sedimentation. When you want to separate the mixture of water and sand, or the mixture of water and soil, so if you want to separate very quickly, then you can use alum in the mixture. When you put alum in the mixture, then the mixture sediments easily in a short time, because alum increases the rate of sedimentation of particles. So you can remove sand or soil from the water at a very short period of time when you add alum in this. So alum is a substance which is used to increase the sedimentation process of particles. So in this video we have known 11 processes related to water. So now once again I want to say the name of these all processes so you can remember once again and you can revise these all processes. Our first process is boiling, second process is freezing, third process is melting, fourth process is evaporation, fifth process is condensation, sixth process is sedimentation, seventh process is decantation, eighth process is straining, ninth process is filtration, 10th process is chlorination, 11th process is loading. So we have known 11 processes related to water in our EVS and these all processes are related to our chapter number 13, that's name is a reverse tail. So remember and revise these all processes. You can also look these all processes in your surrounding or your kitchen because these all processes are very simple and you can also do these all processes at your home. So I hope you all have understood these all processes. Thank you for watching this video. We will meet shortly in the next video. So for that time I want to wish you all have a good day. Goodbye.